Oh, so final question about the All-Star game. Do you think we should go to a best 24 players as opposed to East and West? Because now we're drafting the teams because, at one point the West was so loaded. It was like, bro, we can't have the West playing against the East. The East doesn't have enough stars to make this a competitive game. So they started drafting the players. Should we just draft all 24 players, pick 2 captains, and go from there?
I actually really like that if it was just the best 24 players in the league, because the East-West format, I understand why you need it, but it hasn't been good in a very long time. Like the last All-Star game I can remember that I thoroughly enjoyed and was a great game was like 01 when Stephon Marbury and AI both went off. And then just after that, the West has just been just dumb stacked. So if you're going to make the format what it is now, just team whatever captain versus team other whatever captain, I think it should just be the best 24. And then you're not really going to have as many snubs, because then it's do Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown both get in over Devin Booker? Probably not, with Devin Booker seated firmly in the 4th seed in the West, and he's balling out. But you have Devin Booker going against future first ballot Hall of Famers who have multiple rings. Like it's probably not going to happen for you. But if you're going against the East as well, he's much more likely to get in. People that are in the West that can't contend with the stars, and you're not going to get over AD. You're not getting over Kawhi and PG. You can get in the East because it's Giannis, KD, Joel Embiid, and then there's really a power vacuum.
I mean, let's be real. Kyle Lowry has a Hall of Fame resume because he played in the weak East. Now, I'm not talking about what he did in that finals, because what he did in that finals was amazing. And I know Kawhi got finals MVP, but if you watch those games, Kyle Lowry was the heart and soul and the pulse of that team. But he got a lot of all-star nods, before then, and even some after. I mean, this man was taking charges in the all-star game last year, and it's like, when you think of all-star point guard, does Kyle Lowry come to mind? Or if you put him in Memphis and put Mike Conley in Toronto, does Mike Conley have some all-star nods under his belt? Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Because the way I see Kyle Lowry is like, and I'm not saying he's Tony Parker. I think Tony Parker's had a better career and been more impactful on a better franchise. But that's the player I think of. You do all the gritty stuff. You are very good. You're not the flash. You're not AI. You're not the flashy point guards. You're not CP3. But you get the job done. Your team is very good, and you are very good. So if Mike Conley and Kyle Lowry swap roles and Toronto still has the future it had with Kyle Lowry, like that doesn't surprise me one bit. But it played out how it played out, and Kyle Lowry, for the East especially, is an all-star. And then just one quick thing, because it's gonna bug me. I personally think that Fred VanVleet was that X factor for Toronto. I think Kyle Lowry, yes, was great, but I think Fred VanVleet was the thing that was like, this is going to be the piece that springs them for this title. And I think it was VanVleet.
So do you think, though, if they do change the format, which I think they're going to do in the next few years, the players from the less popular teams like Vooch, who has all-star numbers, and even a Sabonis from Indiana, where only basketball nerds and Indiana fans are watching the Pacers, let's be real. Do you think that hurts those players' ability to get their just due, who are actually no shit all-stars, but they don't have the spotlight on them as much?
I think it depends, because then it's going to be like who's getting snubbed because of you. So like in the West, it's going to be hard for guards. And then if you move those guards to the East, they're going to get in. Whereas I don't find the West, like it's very top heavy at the forward position, whereas the East is very good throughout the forward position. Like you have Joel Embiid, KD, Giannis, but Sabonis, Vucevic, those guys are all pretty solid as well. So if you look at it, I don't know, because you're going to have certified all-stars who are going to be getting in over them. Like, are you mad Domantas Sabonis doesn't get in? But like, think of who all the guys are that get in over him. I think it's going to shake out to be actually pretty much the same. Like, I think he would still probably get in the same if the format stays the same.
And Vooch really got lucky that Jimmy Butler missed all of those games, because that's another East forward who gets in just because he's Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but if you think about it, so you have 24 spots. You probably free up, 8 for guards, and then the other 16 are forwards, the 3 to the 5.
Do we even need to make it positional? We play positionless basketball.
Probably not, but I think if you do that, I think a Sabonis would still get in.
I don't think Rudy Gobert gets in.
I think he does still, because that's the standings and how good a defensive player he is.
He deserves to make All NBA. I don't want to see him in an All-Star game. His lobs aren't pretty. He blocks shots. Again, I'm talking about a TV product. You know, throw him on an All-NBA team, give him all defense, give him DPOY, all of the shit that he deserves. But I don't want to see Rudy go. I don't want to watch Rudy Gobert play basketball. He looks like it hurts him to play basketball, even though he plays at a very high level.
Yeah, it definitely hurts players, but it is better for the All-Star game product if someone like that's not in there. Like when Ben Wallace was getting the All-Star game, I hated it. Also because just he played for the Pistons and they beat the Lakers in 2004. But like it's bad for the game. Like, yes, we understand you're great, but nobody wants to see you blocking shots and like doing good box outs in the All-Star game.
Right, it's just like Draymond. Draymond's great. Draymond is the heart and soul of the Warriors. They don't win those championships without Draymond. But what does Draymond do in an All-Star game that I like?
The thing about Draymond, though, that keeps him around, I'd say, for an All-Star game that makes it fun, is the talking. Like, his skill set is not All-Star skill set. Like, it's not anything fun for the game, but he's going to be talking shit in the All-Star game. So that, I think, makes it fun.
My man can be 8-8-8 for 4 or 5 more years. And it's like, yeah, nothing about this says All-Star, but we see what it actually does on the court, man.